What's up, y'all? You guys are probably real estate investors, real estate agents, and you want to make your website work better. You want to make it actually not just be online, but get performance online. You want to make it so it stops losing leads when people are going to your website. How do we make it actually perform better? And last, how do we make it rank high in Google, right? So we're going to break down all of those things in this series. And in this particular session, we're going to show you exactly how the website should be framed. What pages should you have as an investor or an agent? How should they be structured on your website? The whole shebang. I'm Trevor Mock, the CEO of Carrot, where we help thousands and thousands of real estate investors and agents generate more motivated sellers and buyers online to the tune of over 500,000 every single year. If you want to learn more about how to do everything we're teaching here, we have a lot more where that came from on this channel, from mindset to marketing, our podcasts, and more. Hit subscribe here in this channel to access all of it. Guys, there's 6 things that are key when you're structuring your website as a real estate investor or agent. Now, when we say real estate investor, we're talking wholesalers, flippers of land, mobile homes, houses, the whole thing. We work with thousands of clients that do all that. And the main thing that we want to focus in on before we talk about those 6 items is the concept that we call an authority hub. Now, there's websites, which is the standard website most agents and investors have, and then there's the better version of that, which we call an authority hub. We're going to break it down in this section to transform your website into an authority hub. So we're going to dive in to my iPad here. So the first thing with an authority hub that you see right here is we want to make sure that you're going beyond the standard pages that the normal website has. Okay, the normal website is going to have a home page. It might have a few links here or there, might have your about page and your contact page and a couple other ones. But in general, most investors and most agents are losing tons and tons of leads and losing the opportunity to close more deals because they're not structuring those in the right way. And so the first part of your authority hub is really those core conversion pages. It's the primary things on your website, like your navigation link that should say like, hey, if you're looking to sell or looking to buy, click this link. And we're going to show you the order of your navigation links matters here in a bit. But the core conversion pages are the things that actually are the drivers of conversion when someone lands on your website. The cool thing about core conversion pages is you really only need to kind of do them one time. You build them initially, and then you update them as needed. As you get new testimonials, as you add a person to your team, as you want to just kind of adjust some of your content, throw a new image on there. That's a one-time thing you adjust as needed. The next part of the authority hub, this is where most people go wrong, and this is where your biggest traffic opportunity is, guys. If you're wanting to generate more sellers towards you through Google, if you're wanting to generate more buyers, or I even use Carrot for tenants, the niche or location pages are critical. Okay, so what is that? It's essentially taking your home page or taking a page and saying, I'm going to make one of these pages for every niche or every location I do business in. So if you're an investor, it might be a new page that's sell my house fast for every city that you buy houses in, or you might have a new page on your cash buyer site that is investment properties for sale in X city. So if you operate in multiple cities, create a new location page for each. If you're an agent now, it might be something different. It might be location pages for every neighborhood that you want to list houses in or sell houses in. It might be different developments or different niches that your clients might want to buy in. As an example, North Umpqua River Homes for Sale. It needs its own location page. You do these quarterly. Okay, do 3, 4, 5 of these every quarter, and you're going to stack them on top of each other, just like Zillow did to dominate Google. You can do the same thing and actually beat Zillow online when you do it the authority hub model we're teaching. The last part of it now is what we call the authority content. Okay, now this is where things really start to speed up. This is where you post a piece of good content every week, and it doesn't have to be you writing it. We have tools here at Carrot that automate the writing of that content, where we do the research to find out what our buyers, what our sellers searching in Google every month. We write the content, you can automate it, or you can write your own articles, or you can create videos and transcribe them. And we have a tool that automates that process called the video post feature. And we just suggest doing one piece of authority content on the weekly basis, and you put it on your website. Your authority hub becomes the hub of your content, not your social media profile. Facebook, Instagram should not be the hub of your content. Those are hamster wheel marketing methods. You're going to put that content online. It's only going to last there for 72 hours before you got to put more up there. Okay, you're staying on the hamster wheel. But doing it this way, building on your authority hub, builds momentum. Let's jump into a more focused look at that center page, your home page, or the structure of your conversion pages, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and go up here, and I'm gonna break down what your home page should look like as an investor looking for seller leads, for buyer leads. It doesn't matter what type of lead. And this model is actually based off of human psychology. This model is based off of thousands and thousands of split tests, millions of visitors and leads, and this model is proven to work across all industries. It's not just real estate. So we take this psychology-based model and then build it into a really, really effective website for real estate agents, real estate investors. Now, you're gonna have a little bit of nuances in there if you're an agent or an investor, but what we're gonna talk about right now is the overall structure that's gonna help your website perform far better as a converting tool for you versus just a brochure, and also it's gonna help you with SEO too. Okay, so let's dive into the iPad again. So the layout that we want to have on our home pages, and this layout, like I said, works well for your location pages. It works well for those types of things. This is not the layout you would have for a blog or your contact page or things like that. Okay, this is your home page and your location or niche pages. The very first thing at the top up here is going to be obviously clear, clean branding. It's what is the first thing people see in your website? So this is pretty simple, but it's something that has to be said. We want to make sure that our logo doesn't look like it was made in Microsoft Paint. And I've seen a lot of those where the person hacked it together, looks like it's made in Microsoft Paint. Immediately that's a red flag for the prospect coming in that you might not be professional. So spend a little bit of time at least making it clean. It doesn't have to be fancy. And then right there at the top as well, one of the critical elements of your website here is making sure that the navigation is set up in a very strategic way. And what should your navigation do? Well, a lot of websites actually have like the home link at the top left, right? They say home, click this button to go home, and then it's a random assortment of links in that navigation. Well, we've done a lot of tests on that, and we actually started our websites with the same model. But then we discovered by looking at data and looking at what's called heat maps that people click the things that are most relevant to them and most important to them in the order that they think of them. So if someone lands in your website, they have a problem or a challenge that's going through their mind, and we need to join that conversation in their mind. We need to say, man, Mr. Seller, you're here for a reason. Let me serve you up the content that is actually forefront in your mind first, which is, do they have a service that can help solve my problem? Okay, or Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, it looks like you're looking for properties. Let me serve up to you immediately in the first navigation links, the property search button. Okay, so depending on what type of prospect you're going after, the very first link should be the thing they're looking to get there, either looking for properties or looking to sell their house. After that, they're gonna go, okay, cool, I understand that they have a service that can help me, but how does it work? Okay, how do they work versus other agents? Or how does this investor work versus agents? Or how does this investor work versus other investors or versus iBuyers today? So that's where you now have a How It Works button link there, the links to How It Works page. And then next they go, I understand how it works now, and I understand they have a service that can help me, but man, are they legit, right? Is this company legit? Everybody knows 6, 7, 8 real estate agents, so how do you stand out? And for real estate investors, you're still not mainstream yet. It's getting there more and more, but how do we make sure we're standing out there? That's where reviews come up, and then your About page. So in that order, check out some of our other resources on this channel that walk you through real examples of sites using this, okay? After we nail our header, we have our phone number up there in good, clean, clear copy, and your navigation. Now we want to dive down into what we call the hero. Okay, the hero is the overall, it's the champion of the page. It's the hero of the page. That's why it's named that. That's where it's got some really good clear copy that says, I can help you. Here's what we do. Don't talk about yourself in that. That's one thing that a lot of real estate agents are so famous with is they say, here's who I am, right? Guys, it's not about you. It's about them. It's about solving their problem. So call out them, call out their challenges or what their desires are and show that you can help them to do that. Talk about yourself later down the page or on your About page. And then you should have a really good, clear, clean call to action up here. Okay, so a good, clean, clear call to action. You should have a form in your hero section all the time, not just a button. There should always be a form, and then that should be the primary lead type you're looking to get. Okay, we'll show you examples. Number 4 now, after we guide them to that hero section, now we're like, let's build up the credibility. If they haven't converted into a lead at that point as a buyer or as a seller, it's because they don't believe us yet. Okay, so how do we add credibility to the mix or make it more clear to them how we can actually solve their problem? So right below that hero section, we like to put what we call a credibility bar. It could be a testimonial. It could be links to reviews on Google, things like that. Okay, now we're bringing them down the page. We're starting to tell the story. We introduced up to them a really clean, clear way to take a next step. We've guided them through the process. It's helped them make the decision in the order that they want to make a decision. We've started to show credibility. Now at this point, if they haven't become a lead, they need more information. They're wanting to search around. They're wanting to get their questions answered and have you build that trust and credibility. So that's where the main content comes in. We want to have at least 800 words or so on our homepage. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get it to rank well in Google. Google wants to see robust, rich content, 800 words or so, and build out that case. Here's how I can help you. Here's the situations of the people that tend to work with us. Here's another testimonial. Here's some other things that can add value to you. At the bottom of the page, we always want to then have another call to action. So if someone makes it down to the bottom of that page, we want to make sure that we're then saying, hey, here's what you do next. Okay, don't make them scroll back up to the top of the page. And then last, you're going to have your other locations that you serve. So if you look at Zillow or look at LoopNet or look at all of our Carrot client sites, the reason our clients are ranking high in Google is not because of their home pages, it's because of their location pages. And one of the things that Google looks at is they want to see you linking to your location pages from your home page and from other spots on your website. Your location pages links should be at the bottom. And then finally, of course, a nice clean footer. Just basic links at the bottom with maybe some credibility down there. Okay, guys, so that's the essence of your structure. So we walked through the Authority Hub as a whole, and then we dove into how to structure that homepage in the general sense for an investor or an agent. Now we have other content on this channel where we're going to dive in specifically for agents, specifically for investors, and show you examples of the stories that you can weave and how you can serve your clients even better and convert them into leads at a far higher rate. Check them out. Once again, subscribe to this channel, y'all. Go look at the rest of this series on how to build an amazing website into an Authority Hub as an investor or as an agent, and follow us because more online leads come through Carrot than any other system in the world for motivated house sellers, and we want to have you be a part of that picture too.